Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Star. And this is going to be a story time, my first story time ever. And I want you guys grab your cups, wine, some tea, whatever. And I'm gonna be doing my makeup also. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with the Arabella. And I'm just gonna fill that all up in. And I never do my eyebrows on camera, so this is kind of something different for me. And once I'm done showing you guys how I do my eyebrows, then eventually, obviously we're gonna get into the story. So off camera, I end up doing just cutting the lower part of my eyebrows. I'm not going to touch the top part, and I'm not going to shade it out yet. But yes. Okay, so let's get into this tea. So it all started, I was about 17 years old, and I had met this Puerto Rican. And at first, my mom didn't care about me dating this person. But then things got a little bit weird and a little bit too much. So we end up dating anyways or whatever. I definitely went against my mom after she stopped approving of the relationship. So we ended up moving in together. It was cool at first, like everything was good. He proposed to me. I believe this was the first time that I got engaged. I've so far been engaged 5 times. Never got married. That's a different story on why I never got married. Know your worth, put it like that. So anyways, yeah. He proposed to me and stuff. We ended up moving in together. So at this time, please don't mind my lace, it's a mess. At this time, I was going to school, and I didn't have a job, but I was getting money from school and stuff. So it was cool, but I felt like it wasn't enough. And then also, just me being a girl, like, I know some females, it's okay with asking, their guy for money and stuff like that, but I just didn't want to continue to ask him for money and stuff, like especially like when I needed it and stuff, or if I just wanted to like go out and have fun with my friends or whatever. I just didn't want to keep asking. So at this time, I'm 18 now. My birthday already came and gone. I'm 18 now. And I decided to become a stripper. Yeah, I was a stripper. Yes, I was a stripper. A lot of people do not know, but yes, I was a stripper. I was only a stripper for 3 days, so I don't even know if you really want to say like I was a stripper or not. But I was a stripper for 3 days, and I used to rack up. Maybe because like I'm 4'11", I'm dark skinned, really freaking short, really thick, and to be honest with you, I kind of look like a midget. So it's kind of like I'm bow-legged and pigeon. So I was like every guy's fantasy. Like, oh my gosh, she's a chocolate black queen. She's bow-legged and pigeon-toed. She's short. She kind of look like a midget, whatever. So So yeah, so I had basically worked for 3 days or whatever. And the first and the second day was freaking awesome. Okay. So I guess the girls started to complain about me or whatever because I wasn't trying to be nobody friend. Like I knew off the rip, like, yo, like I'm in here just trying to get my bread. Like that's it or whatever. Like I'm not trying to be nobody friends. A lot of girls stayed in the back and they just wanted to talk and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I'm about to go out here. Okay, I'm about to finesse and I'm about to get my money. I did a lot of private dances and stuff like that. We didn't have to take off our underwear. We had to take off our boobs. I mean, I said our boobs. Come on now. We had to take off our bras, but we could not take off our underwear. And I was okay with that because at that time my boobs was pretty. And so anyways, yeah. So the third day, I wasn't supposed to go into work, but I got called in. So they was like, yo, can you come in? Da 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 da. We need extra help. I'm like, okay, cool. So I come in or whatever. Now at the time, my boyfriend, he took me to work at that time. He took me to work. So he takes me to work or whatever. And everything is good. Everything is fine or whatever. Now, like I said, I did rack up like I think within two days I made over $3,000 in 2 days. Okay. So obviously he didn't know how much money I made, but he knew obviously I was making money. So before he dropped me off or whatever, he was like, yo, I need money for such and such and such or whatever. So my thing is, I'm like, I'm not giving you nothing because I'm the one that's out here. Like, you got a job, you get paid every Friday or whatever. Like, you got money or whatever. Like, I'm trying to save up money because, you know, just in case of a rainy day, I wanted to save my money. So yeah, so he was mad because I had hid my money. Now this was my last day or whatever, and I did not take my money with me to the club or whatever because I didn't want nobody going to my locker, and I did not want nobody to steal, you know, what I had or whatever. So, and plus I was sharing a locker, so I dang sure didn't want nobody to steal my money. So I didn't bring it, and I basically just like hid it where he didn't know. Like I hid it in one of my shoes in the closet and stuff like that with a whole bunch of clothes on top of it. He not gonna go through the closet. So anyways, so yeah, so I'm sitting there or whatever. So I guess the manager was there or whatever. So one of the girls was talking to him and I seen her point at me. Now, mind you, like I said, I was minding my own business. I don't get into no type of conflict with anyone. My job is to go there, make my money, and get the hell out and leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with the drugs and doing all of that. No. We're not doing that. So, anyways, so the manager calls me over and was like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, the DJ called me and the DJ told me that he needed me to work today. He was like, I don't want you here. And I'm like, what? Like, you don't want me here? Excuse me? So I'm like, you know, hey, like, you know, what's the issue? Like, what's going on? Or whatever. Like, did I do something or whatever? He was just like, no, but you need to get your things and you need to leave. So the third day, I was not able to make no type of money. Like, I only was able to make money for them 2 days that I was working. So yeah, I did feel some type of way or whatever because I'm just like, it's discrimination or whatever. Like, you don't want me here. Like, obviously something had to happen that I don't know about or whatever. And so the DJ was calling me and was like, yo, like, we need you on stage. Like, what's up? And I'm like, I can't work. The manager told me he don't want me here no more. And he like, what? He was like, you one of the best selling freaking strippers out here. Like, everybody is asking for you. And you just started 2 days ago. So I couldn't dance or whatever. So I'm calling my boyfriend. I'm calling my boyfriend. My boyfriend is not answering the phone. So I didn't jump to conclusions and think like, oh my God, he's out there cheating on me. No, 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 no. I didn't do that. I was just like, okay, maybe he's busy or whatever. He did say that he has somewhere to go or whatever. So, I was like, forget it. I'm about to call somebody else or whatever. But like I said, a lot of people, and then on top of that, I didn't have no money with me. So I really couldn't get into a cab because I didn't want to get out the cab and then try to go into the house and the man think I'm trying to steal from him or whatever. So anyways, so this was my mom's ex-boyfriend, and he knew exactly what I was doing or whatever. And I do want to say, I know this sound weird right now because they're going to be like, your mom ex-boyfriend, like for real though. But it wasn't nothing like that. I put this on my mother, rest in peace. But I swear it really was not nothing. He knew what I was doing or whatever because he came to the club one day and he seen me. And we was like, I'm like, yo, like, let's keep this a secret. Don't tell nobody, da da da. So, you know, I end up hitting him up or whatever. And I'm like, hey, can you come and get me or whatever? He was like, where you at? I'm like, I'm at the club or whatever. He was like, well, what's going on? I'm like, did I use the wrong brush? I don't know. He was like, I was like, they telling me that I gotta leave or whatever, but I didn't bring none of my money or whatever, so I can't leave or whatever. He was like, okay, bet, I'm on my way to come and get you. So he comes and get me or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I feel like I wanted to cry just because off the strength, it was like, dang, like I was making so much money and stuff like that. When I'm leaving, even before I even left, I had people coming up to me like, why you not dancing? Like, you know, what's going on? Like, can I get a private dance? Like, that's how crazy it was or whatever. So, he come and get me or whatever, and I explain the situation to him or whatever, and he's just like, yo, that's so messed up or whatever. He's like, you're a beautiful girl. And at this time, I promise you, I didn't wear no makeup. Like, I wasn't even into makeup. I didn't start getting into makeup. Like, I'm 28 now. I didn't start getting into makeup until I was like 21. Okay. So, he was like, I don't know what's going on, but something seems a little fishy about that situation or whatever. So, he's taking me home or whatever. And at that time, I'm steady, you know, calling my boyfriend, trying to figure out like, yo, like, where you at? Like, I'm on my way home. Like, what's going on or whatever? Because I need to get into the house. So he told me when he finally picked up, he was like, I'm not at home or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, I'm on my way home or whatever. Now, mind you, at this time, I'm probably about 5 minutes away now. So I finally pull up at the house or whatever. So I'm saying, you know, thank you for, you know, bringing me home and stuff, because I was like real life stranded. Like, I was stranded. I didn't have no way to get home. So, you know, I'm saying thank you so much for, you know, bringing me home or whatever, because I didn't know exactly what time he was going to be home or if he was ever going to pick up the phone or whatever. So I'm getting out the car or whatever, and I guess he must have seen me out the window, because like how everything was, it was, so when you pull up on the side of the house, like the house was on the corner, but it had like this big lot. So he put up on the side where the big lot was. Now, where the big lot is the bedroom. So you can look out the window and see. So he obviously must have seen like me get out the car. So he comes downstairs or whatever. He's speaking in Spanish and stuff like that. So he assumed that I was screwing the dude. And I'm like, yo, like at the time, well, he was still my mom's ex-boyfriend, but like, you know, him and my mom would still see each other and stuff. So he's like, you're effing him, you're effing him. And I'm like, babe, like, no, I'm not. I'm like, you didn't answer your phone or whatever. And I needed a way to get home because these people is pressuring me to get out of their club or whatever, especially if I wasn't buying nothing and stuff like that. So they're like pressuring me like, yo, you gotta leave, you gotta leave. And then plus I have like, you know, people coming up to me asking me like, hey, are you gonna dance? Are you gonna dance or whatever? Like, I guess the problem was that I was taking the girls clients that's been there longer than me, and at that time these guys and stuff like that was giving them coke, and they was probably doing some stuff in the back and stuff like that. I didn't have to do that. I went off of my natural beauty. Like, the only thing I wore was lashes. My eyebrows was never arched or nothing like that. I wear some cute wigs and stuff. And my body was banging. I had the flattest stomach ever. My butt always been big and stuff. So, you know, I guess obviously they was mad. They was mad, y'all. They was mad. So I'm assuming that's why I got fired. But anyways, so he's like, you're having sex with him, da 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 da, or whatever. So I'm trying to convince him, like, babes, like, I'm not, like, I really just needed a ride home. You wasn't answering, whatever, whatever, whatever. I forgot to prime my face. Great. So after that or whatever, he was like, get your stuff and get your A in the house right now. So I grabbed my stuff and I was about to go in the house. Now, he went in the house first. So I'm telling the dude, thank you again or whatever. And I'm sorry that he had to see that. Now, my biggest thing was, my situation is my situation. Whatever I get myself into is what I get myself into. And my biggest thing is to never, ever, ever bring nobody into your situation that you created or this person created themselves. A relationship belongs between them two people, whoever is in a relationship. Is not you and whomever. It's not. It's nobody else's business. So I was embarrassed because of that. So I grabbed my stuff or whatever. I'm going upstairs. Now at the time I didn't grab my purse or whatever, because I did grab some food because one of my friends ended up buying me something to eat while I was sitting there waiting. So I had took the food upstairs or whatever. But as I'm going up the stairs, he's coming down the stairs with a shotgun. Literally with a crazy freaking shotgun. Did I know that he had guns in the house? Yes, I knew. So he's coming downstairs with this shotgun or whatever. And I don't know why, but I didn't really have like no fear or nothing like that in my heart. I just seen the shotgun and I'm thinking, oh my God, he about to go downstairs and he about to go shoot this man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even like that type of party. Like, why is you like going overboard with everything or whatever? So, before, it's like the way the stairs are, it's like you have to go up like one flight, then turn, then go up another flight, and then turn. And then you go up another flight to get into the house. But I couldn't even get up them flights of stairs because we like kind of like met right there. And it's this window that you can like literally see like where the guy was parked or whatever he can see. So basically, like I said, he started speaking in Spanish again or whatever. And I backed myself up into this corner. And I'm just like, well, I'm thinking to myself, like, well, what he about to do or whatever. Like, that's the only thing. I don't know why, but that's the only thing I can think of was like, oh my God, like, what this man about to do or whatever, like, with this gun, like, what he about to do. And like I said, I did not have no fear in my heart. I was just like, what's, like, there's no point for this. So next thing I know, he was like, da 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 da, and cocked the shotgun back. And then turned it to the other side of the corner, the opposite side of the corner that I was on, and blew a hole through the freaking through the wall. I didn't flinch. I didn't do nothing. I was just like, really? And he was like, now go downstairs and go get your purse. So I literally like put my food down and I go downstairs to go get my purse. Now, at this time, the guy had already got out of the vehicle because I guess he can see us or whatever. And I guess that he's seen that me and him was like somewhat face to face or whatever. So, when he had shot the gun, I turned around and I could see out the window and I see the guy ducking and running to like the opposite, to the driver's side of the car or whatever. So at this moment, I'm assuming and I believe that this man think that I just got shot. And I go back downstairs. He's back in the car. And he was like, oh my God, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm like, but you need to get out of here. Like, whatever happens to me because this is my situation. I'm the one that decided to date this person. So whatever happens to me is going to happen to me. So, he leaves. I go back upstairs. And my boyfriend at the time is sitting in the dark. Like, he's sitting in the dark. So I go up to him. And he was just like, I overreacted. I shouldn't have did that. Or whatever. I just thought that you were having sex with him. And I'm like at this moment, like, I'm kind of terrified because I don't know if he's going to do anything to me. So I'm just playing my part. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to play your part. So I'm just like, babes, like, it's okay. I promise you, like, I swear, like, I'm not having sex with this man. Like, that's my mom's ex-boyfriend. And he was the only person that I can call because you wasn't answering your phone and I needed to get home. And I didn't have my money on me to get home or whatever. So, I had to call somebody else. And my family do not know that I'm doing this. And he's the only person that know. And I told you when I seen him at the club or whatever. So I felt like that, it was going to be okay for him to drop me off or whatever. So he's just like, oh my God, babe, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Started crying and stuff like that. And then his way of making it up was eating a cat or whatever, even though, like I said, I was still terrified. And at this time, before that even happened, I texted my mom and I was just like, I want to come home and stuff like that. And because of certain situations, so yeah, I did end up texting my mother and stuff. But when I text my mother, I didn't tell her exactly what was going on because I knew, like, I just knew that, like, first of all, my mom's going to freaking flip. Like, my mom is very overprotective when it comes to her kids. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that she was going to flip and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, I know some people's probably like, you dumb because I would have da-da-da-da. But my thing was, I didn't want my family to get into this situation, and I didn't want my brothers or my cousins or my uncles, nobody to get killed over a situation that I decided to stay in. You know what I'm saying? Like, not listening to my mother and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was on me, and I'd be damned if I got somebody injured because, or killed or whatever, because of, my decisions. So I texted my mom and I was just like, I want to come home. I want to come home. At the time, like, I wasn't like on my mom lease or nothing like that. So, sometimes you can't really just move back in with your parents just like so easy because they can end up getting kicked out of their house because, especially if you're not on a lease and stuff like that. So, I wanted to tell my mom so bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I wanted to just cry my eyeballs out and just tell my mom, like, Mom, like, this is happening. But I was too afraid because I knew how my mom was so overprotective and I knew how she was going to react. So I was so afraid to do that. So I didn't do it. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't do it. I know a lot of, like I said, I know a lot of people gonna be like, I was dumb on my part because I should have, but at the end of the day, if you don't want to get your family involved in certain things, you're not going to tell them certain things, and that's just what it is. So after that or whatever, I stayed with him because like I said, I was not allowed to go home. And I know I'm going to get a lot of people that's going to be like, you stupid, you stupid, you stupid, you stupid, you stupid. I was stupid. I was stupid because I stayed, and I shouldn't have stayed. Now, the next incident is where, because he tried to kill me twice, the second incident was I was still doing private dances and stuff like that. Now, this is probably, I say this is probably on me just a little bit, not a lot. So, yeah. So basically what happened was somebody called me, they used to work in the club, and they was just like, hey, we got this private thing going on. We want you to be involved. Da, da, da. I'm not giving y'all the finger, but I broke my nail just a few minutes ago. So, you know, like that's what had happened or whatever. So I should have just said no, because I didn't even have my freaking hair done. Like my hair, like I literally just took my hair out. I just got done washing my hair. But I'm thinking to myself like, oh, I'm gonna just put a wig on or whatever and just go out and go make some money. So I asked him, I said, hey babes, like, can you drop me off? He was like, no, I'm not dropping you off. You're not going nowhere or whatever. I got upset because I really wanted to go. And I really wanted to make money. I'm not stripping anymore. So, like, I'm like, okay, this is just a private drink or whatever. Like, let me just go. He was against it. He didn't want me to do it or whatever. So, I laid down in the bed and I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I just want to go out and go make my own money. Da 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 da. And I'm just like, mother effing this and mother effing that and da 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 da. Puerto Ricans take it to the extreme. Like when you say mother effing, it's like you're cursing their mother. Like that's how they take it. The men that I know, that's how they take it. Like when you say mother F this and mother F that or whatever, they're taking it as you're speaking on their mother. And I'm laying in the bed, he's laying on the side of me, and the next thing I know, wow, fuck. So yeah, so he ended up hitting the fuck out of my ass, okay? Like, and he hit me like directly in my eye, and it's going away now, like after semi years later. But I have like, I don't know which eye it is, but I have like a lump in one of my eyes or whatever, but you can't really tell because it's not really that noticeable or whatever. But yeah, so he ended up smacking me, but he smacked me in my eye, and I literally rolled off the bed. And I flipped, because at the end of the day, it's like, ain't no man gonna put their hands on me and it just be okay. Like, I was always known, like, you pick your battles, but you better fight them battles. And my thing was, oh, I'm fighting this battle today. This man was freaking 6'5". I'm 4'11". But guess what? I'm picking up any and every freaking thing, and I'm gonna hit you with it. And I learned that from my mother. Okay, I'm picking up any and everything, and I'm gonna hit you with it, because I'm going to protect myself regardless what it is. I'm going to protect myself. So that happened or whatever. And then to be honest with you, I really don't know how this happened, like where he got me in a chokehold, but he got me like in his chokehold or whatever. And I'm at it's like the living room, and then it's the kitchen, but it's the, the thing where, you walk in or whatever. And he choking me up. And the first thing I'm thinking is like, don't panic, because if you panic, you will lose more oxygen. You will do this, you will do that. So I'm thinking to myself, like, don't freak out, don't panic and stuff like that. Like, take as many breaths as you can, but not too much as a breath. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, so he's choking me and choking me and choking me. And his friend ended up coming out of the back room. And his friend is just standing there, just like looking. And as I'm staring at his friend, I can see everything like starting to get dim. Like it's getting dim. And I just knew off the rip, I was about to pass out. Like I was about to pass out. So I'm holding on to the wall. And the more I hold on to it, I feel the feeling in my arms going away. So I'm just trying to tell myself, like, just calm down, calm down, calm down. I'm also like praying in my head because I'm like, this is it for me. Like, this is so freaking it. Like, I'm about to die. Like, this is really about to happen or whatever, because I was being dumb. Like, I was being freaking dumb. So his friend is just steady, just standing there, just watching everything happen. And then his friend finally was like, let her go, let her go, let her go. And he finally let me go. And I felt like I was just like, like I was able to breathe again. So after that, I don't know, I was just mad. I knew I wasn't going to do this. But I'm like, I'm about to get my brothers and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just saying a whole bunch of shit. And he broke my phone. And at the time, I had a flip phone. So he broke that joint in half or whatever. And I left out the house. And now I'm walking. I don't know where I'm walking to, but I'm walking. But I did not know that I had a freaking black eye. I didn't know that I had a black eye. So some stranger ended up picking me up or whatever and took me to my mom's house. And my two brothers was there. And when I ended up getting into the house, the lights was off. So I was happy about that because they couldn't see my face. So they was like, what you doing over here? And I was just like, I lied. I was just like, oh, I'm coming from the studio, because I used to go to the studio around the corner from my mom's house. So I was like, oh, I'm just coming back from the studio or whatever. But even though my phone was broken, I ended up calling the same guy that picked me up from the strip club or whatever. My mom's ex-boyfriend. My mom was in her room. She was asleep. And he came and got me or whatever. So I called them on the phone or whatever, and I couldn't hear anything. So I was just like, if you hear me, can you come and pick me up from my mom's house? Something happened and I need you to like really, really, really come and pick me up or whatever. Like, I really need your help. So he ended up coming to get me, and my oldest brother is just like once the guy came and got me, my oldest brother was like, you having sex with him or whatever. Like, I mean, I understand why people would think that, because it's like, you know, I'm trying to fix my camera. Oh, hold on. So I will understand why people is thinking what they're thinking, because first of all, it's my mom's ex-boyfriend. Like, why he coming to get you? And it was late at night or whatever. So my oldest brother started to give me the same vibe as my ex. Like, you having sex with him and stuff like that. But I didn't want to explain the situation to him, because I didn't want my brother to call his peoples and they go over there and stuff like that, knowing, you know, what I knew at the time. Like, the man had called all his peoples over there. They was ready with guns. Like, they was ready to kill. You know what I'm saying? Because of what I said. So so the guy took me to his house or whatever. I slept in his bed. He slept on a couch. True story. I swear to God. I slept in his bed. He slept on a couch or whatever. The next day, I'm like, I'm gonna go and press charges and stuff. I get down to the court and I got so scared. I didn't even freaking press charges. I got on the bus to go back to the dude's house. I know. Got on the bus to go back to the dude's house or whatever. All of my stuff is outside. Like, literally all my stuff is outside. So I had my mom friend come and get me again, and I just took all my stuff to her house and stuff. And I was just like, well, we broke up and stuff, so that's why I'm back or whatever. And that was like the lowest point in my life. Like, I felt so low. Like, I felt so low because I literally just sat here and I let somebody take advantage of me. And I ended up meeting my baby father or whatever, probably like a couple of months later and stuff. I fell in love. We had a beautiful baby. One day I was outside with my mom. We was all talking and stuff. And I was like, Mom, I gotta tell you something. And I don't want to cry. Hold on, I just did my makeup. Hold on. And I told my mom everything. And she cried. And oh my God. And just to see that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to see her cry, but because I wish I was able to tell her before, but I was so scared because I didn't want my family to get killed or get harmed because of the situations that I chose to be in and stuff like that. Like, this man tried to kill me twice. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I'm happy. Before my mom passed away, I'm just happy that I was able to tell her what was going on. And she just hugged me and she's like, baby girl, I'm so sorry that I was not there to protect you. I didn't know what was going on. And I'm just like, I was afraid to tell you what was going on because I just didn't want a whole bunch of drama. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't. But that is my story, guys. I'm dang near almost done with my makeup. So the next time you guys see me, I'm gonna probably be like, all this other stuff or whatever. But that is my story time, how I almost got killed twice by my ex-boyfriend. I hope that you guys really liked it. And just know domestic violence is not it. If you're in a relationship and you're going through domestic violence, get out. Okay, ladies, we need to know our worth. That is not okay. It's not okay. All right, I don't care how much they say that they love you. It's not okay. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.